So go ahead. You
Yeah,
was
so
explaining.
think about it. So you think, you know, like you can't never dismiss anything that's happening great at the time around you, because everything is influential. Even if your record doesn't sound like it, doesn't mean that record didn't motivate you to make different music for yourself.
So what you're saying is everybody's somehow connected in this
Yes,
hip hop.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because you got to understand, we used to be in Latin Quarter on Tuesday nights. You know what I'm saying? And you would see everybody honing their craft. Right. And we would all be in the building, and you could see new artists come up, and you could see Biz go beatbox for MCs. Now, if somebody say something dope, it's dope. You got to understand, at this time, you like, think about Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. You can't name anything like that before that.
No, you can't.
Right? But just because you beatbox and you rhyme don't mean you got to sound like Rick and Doug. You know what I'm saying? Because Just Ice had a beatbox, DMX.
Right.
He don't sound like Rick, you know, even though LaToya is in the same vein of Lottie Dottie. But think about, you know, it's two different dudes. It's just a beatbox. Shannon Biz is running out there with beatboxing and MCing, you know, and it's good. It's a good time in hip hop, because now everybody's doing what they need to do, and you got a beatbox, you got dancers, you got things that's being influential. The dancers of the time dictated a lot of the ways you rapped. You wanted to make a record that they could dance to, you know, when you come to the club.
And what was the crews back then? IOU,
JAC. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, you got all of that, you know, and like Scoop was in IOU, you know.
Right.
And Lazy. So, you know, you take them, and now they Kane's dancers.
Right.
And then later on, Scrap comes in and fills in for Lazy.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And Sean and Kenny, they wasn't in the Latin Quarter like that. But think about it. Then one of G-Rap, they was G-Rap dancers. Then one of them ended up being Kane's dancer. But they also ended up having a hit record, TCF. Which a lot of people don't know that's them.
I didn't know that was them.
See?
The TCF crew. I didn't know that was
TCF
them.
crew, that's G-Rap dancers with a female singer.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Newsflash. Cool V is a hip hop encyclopedia.
The music is all influenced by everything, and influence.
You know what's
everything.
funny? I was speaking to Fly Ty the other day, and he was telling me. He said, "That motherfucker Cool V. I asked him about something one time, and I think I made a sound of the music." And Cool V went into the name of the label, the name of the artist. He said, that motherfucker always telling you everything. He said he know everything about everything.
But I don't know everything about everything. But when I do know, I know. And when I tell you I know, believe me, I know it. And what I don't know, I don't know.
So my next question. Do you think there's greats of this time?
Yes,
this
it's greats. Now? It's just not as many greats. It's more good, though.
Right. In what way? So who do you think are the greats of this time?
The greats of this time, you naming them, Drake and, you know, all of these guys are great.
So you think Drake is great?
Great.
You think Future?
Future's great.
What about J. Cole?
J. Cole's great.
Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick Lamar's great.
What about YG?
YG's on the way to greatness.
Young Jeezy. I love some Jeezy.
No, listen to me. But Jeezy's not now.
Right.
See, Jeezy's great of
right.
A couple of years ago.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Like
what about
you said now. You said now.
Now.
But
I mean,
no. If
you mean
asking me,
2018, 19?
Yeah. See, if you ask me on a great artist, but yes, by far.
So now you're saying
now you said artist that's out right now.
A Boogie with the hoodie.
Yeah, A Boogie with the hoodie.
Cardi B.
Cardi B. Listen to me. Look.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Listen. Very influential artists of their time.
Right.
You're gonna be able to play Cardi's music 3 years from now.
Right.
See?
Right.
She's making an impact not just with the music, but with being herself. She's not being anybody. Can you name anybody that was Cardi B before Cardi B? Not Cardi B, the name, the actions in hip hop and music. You don't tell me.
You know, the funny thing is you're mentioning something. I want to bring something. Eric Sermon had said that the difference between this generation, and he didn't say it in 2018, 2019. If you go back, it was like 2016.
Yeah.
He was saying that the difference between y'all generation and their generation is they can play their music now, and it still gives you that feeling. But when the teens are 45 and you play that music, it's not gonna feel the same. Or do you agree or disagree?
He has points,
right?
But that's a different time.
Okay.
And we were basically ran by the machine. These people run the machine now. So, and let me explain it. They put out more music than we did. And their attention span is way shorter than ours was. So now where we would put out 2 singles per year, maybe, some people 1, and an album, they're putting out 10 singles and might even throw out a mixtape. They have a lot of more material than the average upstarting artist.
Right.
And they have a fan base to feed. They have to keep coming. And they collaborate with each other more than we did.
Right.
How many people you see around on an EPMD album? Not many. Because they had their own formula.
Right.
You can't just fit in everybody into their formula. How many people you ever heard rhyme on a Biz record? Not
besides
many. Not
Kane?
Many. That's Kane's record.
Okay. But the first record they did, Just Rhyme.
That's Kane's
that was?
record. That's Kane's record.
Look, I'm asking you.
This is what I'm
look, I'm trying to confirm
you
with
can't just put anybody in the Biz pocket.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Not that they're not worthy of rhyming with Biz. You can't put him in his pocket where he shines. You got to have your artist shining to their strong point.
Right.
These artists collaborate with each other openly and freely, which is what we were supposed to do more of.
Right.
See what I'm saying? You got the whole Juice Crew, but you only got one record with the main dudes on it. And Shan and Biz ain't on it, and they're main dudes.
Right.
Or Shantae.
Right. True.
See?
Right.
But Future and all of them and whoever else, they on everybody record. They on this one, that. Boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Come on. Even if my album ain't come out this year, I'm on 15 features with all the hottest artists.
Right. That's how they doing it now.
That's how they doing it now.
Right.
So, okay. So, you can't compare now to then. They have the upper hand now. They're putting out way more music than we put out. So, don't knock them for what they're doing in their time because we do what we did the way we did it.
Did you see that Spice One interview?
No, I didn't see it yet.
Okay. I'm gonna
check it out.
Elaborate on it a little bit. So, the Migos came out, since we talking about artists of this time and stuff, the Migos came out and said they were the greatest of all time. Spice One said something to the effect, not exactly, I'm paraphrasing. How can you be the greatest of all time when you dress like fags and all y'all do is mumble rap? Well, that became one of the biggest things over the last few weeks in hip hop. What's your take on that?
You got to look at it like this. Everybody wants to be number one.
Right.
Everybody wants to be the best. Everybody wants to be considered the best. And everybody wants the most from their peers. But they want to be the best. So I have nothing wrong with them saying they're the greatest. That don't make it true. That's their opinion. Muhammad Ali said he was the greatest, and if he didn't speak it before you thought it, you would have never even said he was the greatest. He was telling you the greatest before he did anything about being great. Remember, Sonny Liston was the fight that, you know what I'm saying? I shook up the world. Yeah. I told you, I'm the greatest of all time. See? And it just went from there.
Right.
See? He always had the bravado, always had the skill. But until he put it against the unstoppable force, that so-called, Migos got a long way to go. But they're on the road to being that. So Future's one of the best-selling artists of all time. Yeah, and he's from now.
I didn't know that.
They might be the greatest group of all time. See, we're going to be leaving the earth in a minute.
Right.
They're going to be getting to where we are. And they have a lot more baggage to get on the plane with. We don't have that much. So the stuff that we do have, it sticks out because it's in a time where this was young, it was fresh, it was coming up, as far as how we looked at it. Right. Because, rap music has been around since the 20s and 30s. But, people want to say it started in 79, and it didn't.
Right.
So if you got rap music starting in the 20s and 30s and people rhyming like them in 79 and people just forgot about all the in-between stuff, imagine how many of us are going to get forgot about in the next 100 years.
Right.
We can talk while we're here. That's why it's good to talk. Okay. I can't knock his opinion, but don't you think you're the greatest at what you do? I think I'm the greatest at what I do.
You asking me that?
Anybody.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think I am.
And ask him that. Because I know Spice One thinks he's the greatest at what he does.
Right.
Who's to tell him he's not? Unless we having a real conscious, open conversation with no emotion in it and just getting our point across. You know what I'm saying? We got to start having these conversations so we can understand what people are saying when they say it. He didn't go into depth with what they said. He just going by their comment. He's commenting on the comment. Right. But they're not having the conversations so you can get the meat out of the dinner.
Right.
You know, a dinner is a 3-course meal, right?
Right.
Not just the dinner.
Right.
You got to have the opening, the appetizer, right? And then you have the entree, and then you got the dessert. Right? Everybody don't have full dinner every night. Right. Come on, man.
Man, the God honest truth.
Come on, man.
Cool V, man.
Come on, man. Hey, listen, man. Y'all want to learn about some rap music history?
Right.
Get Hidden in Black and White. Actual, factual book right here. Do your research. Lucio Dutch did a masterful job. I think everybody should have this when you're having these greatest of all time conversations because it shows you the origins. It shows you the meanings and the definitions of why we act the way we act and how we forget about everything that came before us and start from where you are. We got to stop that. So go to hiphophandsfoundation.org, get Hidden in Black and White, right? And then when you go by djcoolv.com, when we get them back in the building, because I ain't got no more, I might have to sell you this one.
Right.
The Symphony at djcoolv.com. Great book, man. Great stories, and it's about inspiration. I got all these people that we be talking about. Most of them are in this book from the golden era. Right here. The Symphony, baby. And then... wow, you know this commercial time.
Right.
DJ Cool V Never Sleeps, the album behind Oh You Say He's Just a Friend. Read about how we made it. Read about how we made it, baby. DJ